So when I came up with the idea for Everest Team Inspired, it was really an expression of what I thought I could do as an individual to help support Product Red and its goal of helping to bring the medicines needed to people living with HIV/AIDS in Africa. I'm just a member of the Red community. I'm just one of millions of people that believe in what Product Red is doing. And as I said to Bono when he was at Microsoft's campus in December, I said, I can't sing, but I can climb mountains. So this was the thing that I thought I could do to help spread the word and to inspire other people to think about what they could do to make people more aware of what's happening in Africa and what individuals can do to make a difference. And the great thing about Product Red is that it sort of leverages the consumer behavior that we already have. So we're going to purchase products, be they T-shirts from the Gap or a watch from Armani or shoes from Converse, etc. We're going to buy these products because we believe in these products anyhow. And what Product Red does is tries to say upgrade your choice to choose the Red edition of the same products at the same price. And so really what I was trying to do is do what I could do as an individual to raise awareness for an organization that I thought was really quite innovative in the approach it was taking to help raise funds through the Global Fund to buy the medicines that people need living with HIV/AIDS in Africa. When I was last in Africa climbing on Mount Kilimanjaro, when I came down I spent about 3 weeks traveling through sub-Saharan Africa, and I saw firsthand the impact of HIV/AIDS in Africa. And what shocked me was how few people had access to the medicines they needed to live well with HIV/AIDS. In the developed world, we almost take for granted now the availability of the antiretroviral drugs that enable someone with HIV/AIDS to live a very productive life. What I saw in Africa were many people, men, women, and children, suffering because they didn't have access to the medicines that we have. And to me that was really an outrage. So we have all the technology, we have the medicines, we have everything we need to help these people live productive lives, but they don't have access to these medicines. And so I sort of made a commitment at that point personally that I would do everything in my power as an individual to raise awareness of the issue and frankly find ways to raise the resources that would enable medicines to reach the people most in need. And I'm very pleased to have the support of a number of Product Red partners like Dell and Microsoft Windows, the Gap, Converse, as well as those in the media business who can help us spread the word. Companies like MSN.com and MSNBC.com. And so I had a discussion with the lead designer at the Gap about, did he have any great ideas of how we could put a face to the expedition? And without my knowledge, Patrick Robertson contacted volunteers at the Hillcrest AIDS Clinic in South Africa, told them what we were undertaking in support of Africans, and they were inspired to tell the story of HIV/AIDS in Africa through the banners that they created for our expedition. And I have 2 of them here, and they really took my breath away when I got them. These are really a story of the history of climbing Mount Everest and the people affected by HIV/AIDS in Africa. And we're very proudly going to attempt to bring this and another banner made by the Hillcrest volunteers to the summit of Mount Everest. And really, at the end of the day, this is all the inspiration Melissa, Dave, and I need to give it every effort we have to make it to the top of Mount Everest. I'm hoping that people will follow along with Everest Team Inspired, maybe be a little bit inspired by the challenge we've chosen to undertake, reaching the summit of Mount Everest, and figure out what they can do in their lives. Everybody has a passion, and I think they can connect that passion to the mission of Product Red and help people living with HIV/AIDS in Africa.